So KSI and Logan Paul's prime is on the verge of extinction. Soon people would forget what this drink even was. Just like people forgot about Lunchley. I'm sure you forgot about Lunchley too.
I like my cheese drippy, bruh.
All this marketing and all these controversies with other YouTubers getting as much hate as possible, it was all for nothing. Just a while ago, Logan Paul expected his prime to make him a billionaire, and once he hit that goal, he was supposed to cash out.
If you sell, what do you think you sell that for? Because I remember 50 Cent selling vitamin water and making 400 million off of his share of it.
Yeah. My number is 5 billion for Prime, which I think we'll hit in 3 years.
I see you being a billionaire. No doubt in my mind that you're going to hit that.
Thanks, bro.
He has a total of 20% stake in Prime. That means Prime should be worth 5 billion for him to make $1 billion. And that he is very ambitious for the person he is. And the karma for all the bad things he has done in the past has catched up on him, because it doesn't seem to happen now, as Prime literally has a 92% drop in sales this year. And the sales are declining. If this wasn't enough, they're even constantly facing some ongoing lawsuits, which might have them to pay a fine of at least $50 million.
The lawsuit got completely dismissed.
No. Which is insane. This is like you losing your job and also your house catches a fire and completely burns down. That was a bad example, but you get the point. The sales decline of Prime is very shocking for all the marketing they had done. I still remember Speed getting knocked out by Randy Orton. This made me believe that Prime was never going to die, but we all have this day. Today in this video we're gonna talk about what happened to Prime, why they had to pay a fine of at least $50 million, why Logan Paul and KSI deserve this downfall, and what happened to the ongoing lawsuit of Logan Paul versus coffezilla, because the situation gets a new update. We will also see where Logan Paul, KSI and Mr. Beast's snack company Lunchley is. Why are they not promoting it anymore? Or is it already discontinued? So hey, this is Mushroom and I talk about things going on YouTube. Consider subscribing to a tiny little mushroom to stay up to date on the cringy era. Anyways, let's begin with the journey of downfall of Prime. So we all know that Prime was launched in the year 2022, which is just 3 years ago. Logan and KSI marketed it as if they are going to have a boxing fight, but they ended up launching Prime, which was a shocker to all of their fans.
Guys, we have an announcement. We have a project we want to tell you about. We have created our own drink company. Yes! Ladies and gentlemen.
JJ, honor. No longer rivals. Brothers, business partners. That's it. We love y'all.
Peace.
Let's go.
These two had a boxing match before, and the Megamind forehead guy won the match, so people thought they were going to have a rematch so that Logan could have his revenge. But no, it was the launch of Prime. In the beginning, it was selling like crazy, it was always out of stock, and the hype was so bad that all the influencers were talking about it.
Prime.
Well, that's good.
What is that? Oh, Jesus, it's swallowing perfume. What do you give it out of 10? 0.
This launch strategy was crazy good, like people expected them to box, but they turned out to become business partners. The sales were high, reaching $250 million in sales in 2022, in the same year it was launched, and they literally reached $1.2 billion in sales in 2023. There is a crazy rise in number. You may think that the sales will go high the following year, but it was the exact opposite. The sales in UK alone dropped from 112 million to 32.8 million, which is such a crazy drop. 32.8 million might sound like a huge number. There is the worst downfall any company could have. By seeing this downfall, no investors would be interested in partnering. Just like that, competitors like Gatorade are not even threatened by it. Even though the company stated as if the hyper-growth phase of the Prime is over, this seems to be a losing battle for them, and it will go downhill from here. They plan to compete with companies like Gatorade and Body Armor, but these companies have spent so much time and money to build a strong foundation in the market, and these two clowns thought that they could easily capture the market just because they have some subscribers. Just like Body Armor was released in 2011 and was acquired by Coca-Cola in 2021, they literally spent 10 years in the market, trialing and testing until their drink became so good that Coca-Cola acquired it for $5.6 billion, which even though these companies spent almost 15 years in the market, and Logan was criticizing these companies by being only 3 years in the market. Prime literally thought that they could really crush these companies with the sales from 2023, but little did they know, they were so wrong. But these drinks taste awful, and many celebrities did not like the drink.
Oh, Jesus.
Loosely. You've just come from the Maldives.
No, it's like swallowing perfume. What is that? What to give out of 10? 0.
They also paid influencers to talk good about Prime, which is a fair tactic that a lot of brands do, or brand collaboration they say. That is acceptable, but them saying that people should not consume Gatorade or any other competitors and instead drink Prime only is a bad marketing. They did not even expand the brand beyond these morons. The marketing was them trying to do different stunts to promote it, like they paid Speed to get knocked out wearing this costume. But this wasn't enough. They also signed some rappers and also sponsored NBA teams, but that did not help them grow their brand. Rather, it increased the expenses so much that the profits were like pennies. The main reason for the fall is that it was a hype product. People wanted to try it out and see what is it all about. A lot of them are done trying it out, so in the end they just figured out it's just an expensive electrolyte water and move on. The influencer hype is also over. Back when it was released, all the influencers were trying to get the bottle and taste test it, but now it's widely available, so all of them have tried it all, and the people who follow them are also done with it. They also have tried to bring down Gatorade many times and tried to market it as a better alternative than them.
34 grams of sugar in it. One bottle of Prime has 2 grams of sugar. That's 17 times the amount of sugar. To help you visualize that, this is a 17x scale model of Prime. You would have to drink this entire giant bottle of Prime to consume the same sugar that's in this bottle of Gatorade. And honestly, I might, because it's the better for you option and it tastes delicious. Drink Prime.
Saying that they're better than the competitor is such a kinky tactic, which they would not have to do if it was a good product to begin with. Tiosa and Logan are not the only ones who bring down other companies. MrBeast has also done the same. He has targeted Hershey's to promote vegetables in multiple occasions.
Like a Hershey's bar, to me, just tastes, it tastes very processed and I don't really like it at all, to be honest. Why are there not new, innovative, cool snack products coming out more often? It's because these guys just have all the shelf space and they have no need to innovate. You're just gonna buy what's there and no one's really threatening them. So to me, it's fun to put pressure on them.
I think Hershey's bars just taste like shit, to be honest.
By MrBeast, we can also remember another brand these 3 clowns promoted, Lunchly.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Crunch Bar.
Whoa.
Feastables Crunch
Yeah!
Bar. Our pizza uses real cheese. Theirs, as it says on their box, is mozzarella pasteurized prepared cheese product. They can't even call it real cheese. Ooh. We're also 30 less calories, 3 less grams of fat, and 8 less grams of sugar. Turkey Stack 'em, 310 calories.
230 calories.
21 grams of sugar.
Only 7 grams of sugar.
If you look at this close up, you can already tell which one has better ingredients. All right, we'll start off with the Lunchables.
Bro, I'm sorry, that's trash. All right, now we're trying Lunchly. Come on. We're not biased at all, but ours is way better.
Fiesta Nachos. 22 grams of sugar.
10 grams of sugar.
7 grams of protein.
9 grams of protein.
Come in close and look at the queso cheese in Lunchly versus whatever that is.
Drip versus stick. I like my cheese drippy, bro.
Lunchly was another brand which was created to target the Lunchables, a snack company providing lunch kits. They saw that Lunchly had a huge market and wanted to claim that money, which follows the same pattern as Prime and Feastables. You pick up a popular market and the top players of it, make a slightly better product, or maybe add less sugar in it and say it's better than the competitor. But you might wonder, where is Lunchly now?
Oh my god! It's Lunchly!
Lunchly has a YouTube channel where they repost videos from TikToks of people trying Lunchly or generally making content on it. I saw a video of MrBeast still promoting it on that channel.
Oh, can we get one?
Lunchables? No, but we could have some Lunchly. Oh my gosh, what is that? Bro, don't eat that garbage. Lunchly is now available in every single Walmart nationwide. Go try it. Stop eating Lunchables. Ah!
Yeah, the same hate on Lunchables is going on, and look at the comments. Bro, I forgot that Lunchly existed. I like my cheese moldy, bro. By this comment I get nostalgia of the moldly Lunchly situation.
This is molded. That's mold. This is not safe.
That was such a crazy era. There are no more products released. There's no more content on Lunchly. Here and there they could make some videos, but they do not promote it. They know that it's a failing product and don't even want to put time into making content regarding Lunchly anymore. That was a sinking ship from the beginning, as our beloved YouTuber Dan Tedium has said. do better. That's what's going on with Lunchly. It's not something a parent would give to their children in a lunchbox. If this hype influencer wave continues, they might have to launch a new company every single year to catch up with it. Now let's come back to Prime. Many doctors have said that it isn't that much healthy as they say it is. Like the electrolyte mentioned as a USP, just doesn't make that much of a difference. It wouldn't give you energy of that significance.
It's consuming it as this optimal hydration electrolyte beverage that is good for you when you're exercising, good for your health, good for your hydration. And so they're advertising it like it has these benefits with hydration that simply don't hold up when you look at the science based on the actual electrolyte composition. Now, that doesn't mean that something like Gatorade is 100% perfect either, but the specific thing with Prime is that it doesn't have the amount of sodium that you need for optimal hydration, specifically with sweat loss. And some people, depending on the intensity of their exercise, may lose multiple liters of sweat. So you could potentially be losing multiple grams of sodium if you are excessively sweating with exercise. So then you think, well, how am I going to replace that sodium? And that's where these electrolyte and sports drinks, hydration drinks, come into play. And so you would think you want to have a lot of sodium to replace that potentially 1, 2, 3 grams of sodium that are lost. And that's why these drinks historically have salt. That's why Gatorade, when you look at just your standard, this is not the low calorie, the electrolyte Gatorade, 270 milligrams, not as high as something like Element, which is going to have 1,000 milligrams of sodium, but at least there is sodium compared to the 10 milligrams found in this blue raspberry bottle of Prime. Simply put, drinking Prime, if you're excessively sweating to try and replenish your sodium, is not going to adequately replenish your sodium compared to a different beverage.
Yeah, exactly. Prime isn't a godly product, as Logan mentions it to be. I saw a TikTok of him comparing how much time you would have to walk to burn Gatorade versus Prime. Obviously, walking 10 minutes less would make you more productive, but bro, a better alternative is just to drink water. It has 0 calories too, and it costs $0 too. Even though Prime is selling at a similar rate these days, why would you still need this? Prime has also faced a lot of lawsuits, as Prime was alleged to have understated the caffeine content on the labels. That would be bad because the main audience of it are kids. A lot of caffeine can be harmful to them.
Can Prime Energy actually kill you? You see, Prime is currently being investigated by the FDA for having way too much caffeine and marketing towards children.
The product has so much caffeine in it that it puts Red Bull to shame.
They probably paid millions of dollars to dismiss this lawsuit. There were multiple lawsuits too, like the presence of PFAS, trademark infringement for using terms like Olympics, or the lawsuit with Refresco bottling company. There are still more lawsuits which I don't remember, but all these lawsuits have made them pay tens of millions of dollars, which is a crazy number. That too for a company making so less these days.
Breaking news. The lawsuit got completely dismissed.
No. By lawsuit, I remember that Logan also filed the lawsuit against coffezilla for defaming him. If you don't know why, let me remind what happened in short. So basically, coffezilla exposed Logan Paul's crypto scam in a series of videos by calling out people who were victim to that scam. These people literally lost like millions of dollars, and the investigation coffezilla made was crazy good. But Logan Paul denies all of it by saying that he had no partake in any of the losses happening and he's completely innocent. He also said that he would refund to a lot of people, but he didn't refund anyone. After some time, he also files a lawsuit against coffezilla for defamation, and Coffee literally had to ask his subscribers for the money to fight against him. The main thing about Logan Paul was that he is rich and could fight this battle till he wins, as he could easily pay the lawyers. Coffezilla is fighting this lawsuit till this date. I have made an in-depth video like almost a year ago, so you can watch it if you want to learn it in brief. But the update to that lawsuit is that the victims of CryptoZoo project are asked to appear in court which is literally in San Antonio. But for this, they literally have to travel so long to reach San Antonio, and the travel expenses would be hefty. Also, they have to spend a lot of time for this crap. A victim had to travel like 8 kilometers to reach this place, and that's a crazy distance. He also would have to take a long break from his job, which he could not afford. He requested the court that he would confront it on Zoom call, but this doesn't seem to be possible. Even if coffezilla pays for it, it's such a drag, and Logan's lawyers are trying their best to make it as hard as possible to these victims. Firstly, they lose a lot of money. Now they have to fight with this too. There are a lot of things in this lawsuit if we go deeper, so I would make a separate video on this topic. Prime, that's it in this video. What do you guys think about Prime's downfall? What do you guys think about the lawsuit against coffezilla? We'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, peace.
This is an honest review. If it's I'm going to spit it in your face. Oh, that's good.